Hello, darlings. It's your girl, Miss Cole.
And it is Mr. J Dubs.
Welcome to another edition of the Patty Corner, take two.
Take two. Right.
You didn't have to do all that.
I really did because I wanted to.
Well, tell the people.
Anyways, today we wanted to talk about a topic of, you picked it, you say it.
Advertising your relationships.
On social media, of all things.
Whew, child. Baby, so it's been a debate, honey. When is the perfect time to advertise your relationship? Do you wait 10 years, 1 month? How long?
Or if it is a perfect time to advertise your relationship, I don't think that there's ever the perfect time to do it.
Well, some folks do it within 2 weeks. Some people do it within 2 days. How do you know when you get there is my question. Like, how?
I guess we would have to ask somebody who's ever got there because I'm not going to say I've not advertised it. I've, create the hashtags, dinner with bae, but not actual pictures like of me and him or tagging him in it. Saying that I am in a relationship, yeah, I'll advertise that sometimes, but not all the time. But
I'm not the relationship type, so I don't know. My last relationship was years ago, honey. And hell, everybody just knew because we met out in public. Did we?
But did y'all post it on social media, though?
It was years ago, child. I don't even know.
How long? Not, when you say years, how many years ago was it? I take that question back. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm good for that. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'll pass.
But really, I guess I would say if I was in a relationship, I would wait at least a year because that gives me time to know this person. Are they okay with this? Who are their friends with and things like that. I can really know you. So once we do get on social media, and if anything starts to happen, I know you're going to be cool with it.
But why do you have to even advertise it? Why is that a question? Why is that a question, but why do I have to advertise if I'm in a relationship or who I'm in a relationship with? I think of it as me and another person. We're in this relationship.
It's not having to. It's just letting people know, hey, I'm with so-and-so.
I don't have to advertise that to let them know that. I can just let them know, hey, I'm in a relationship. I ain't got time for it.
But baby, if my baby is fine, if he cute, if he on his chat, honey, I want everybody to know, hey, that's mine. Because you can't have it.
But that's where you have the issue. You letting everybody know, my man is fine, he cute, he got his stuff going on, and then it's going to be that one little miss thing that's going to try to pop up.
And that's okay.
It's not okay.
Because I can handle her.
But see, that's the thing. You don't want to get to that point. I never want to get to that point. To where
nobody wants to get to that point, but if it gets to that point, but I can handle
that point because you advertise it. I think there's a place and a time for everything. I don't think you have to advertise it, but if you're comfortable with it, then that's fine. But how do you start to advertise it? Do you have that conversation with your partner? Or do you just
put it out there? Of course, you have to get mutual consent before you do anything like that. Because
but the girls never know. That.
Now,
they're not like that.
I can't speak for all them girls. I can only speak for me.
Well, you can't speak for you either because you ain't had it.
If I was in that situation.
Why not when?
Yeah, I don't know about when.
See, she ain't gonna have
If I was in that situation. I would have to get my partner's consent to do it because you never know what skeletons they may have in the closet. And they probably can't post it.
But that's the thing. Why wouldn't they be able to post it? If y'all are together and y'all are in this committed relationship, what could stop you from posting? What could they be hiding?
That's why you have that conversation.
But again, do you expect that person to be honest? What happens if that person...
Yeah, I expect them to be honest. We've been dating. Why you wouldn't be honest?
But the thing is, what happens when that person tells you no?
It's going to be some shit.
Why is that? Why would it be some shit if they're not comfortable with it? If that person's not comfortable with it, I can't
Because
make them.
now I'm gonna think, well, what the fuck you hiding?
But
Why
that's
we
not
can't do that?
always the case.
That's why they need to explain. You can't just say, no, I don't want to do that. Why not? I need an explanation. Why not?
Okay.
And if they have a good reason, I'll be okay with it.
She won't.
But if it's some bullshit.
But let's just role play that. Let's remedy that real quick.
I don't role play them with you. They already think we together.
No, we did address that in the last video. We's not together. Take one. Friendship ethics. We not together, honey. Go watch that video. It's real good. It's cute. Now, so let's say I'm your man. Quotations.
But get to the point.
And I want to go public with our relationship. And I want to post all of our pictures on social media. Mm-hmm. And let's say all your skeletons ain't out the closet yet. How would you go about that?
First of all, I gotta have skeletons in the closet.
We can role play and do the other way. But again, right now we're focusing on Miss Cole. AKA Miss O, you know. I'm sorry that was in her past. That was just very petty.
Anyway, what was the question?
If I was your partner and I wanted to go completely open with everything, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just everywhere, YouTube, you know, and you weren't comfortable with it and you didn't have all your skeletons out in the open, how would you respond to that?
I don't know. I just make up a lie.
But then at that point, you're saying that you would question that person if you were in their shoes. So let's change it.
So
let's say you want to go public with it, and I'm just like, no. What would be your question?
Yeah, why not?
Because I'm not comfortable with it. You say that you'll be okay with that answer. Hell, anybody will say they'll be okay with that answer. But truthfully and honestly, they really would not be okay with that answer. I would
though. If that was the main reason, I'm not comfortable with it. Cool. I'm not gonna do nothing to make you uncomfortable. We on good terms. I'm not trying to mess nothing up. So let's move on. You
were on good terms because now you put something in the back of your mind. And it's going to fester.
See, that's assumptions. You don't know if I put something back there or not.
Who wouldn't?
I said, okay, well, let's move on.
Who wouldn't know? You don't want to go public. Why not? We've been together a year to 2 years, and you don't want to go. What's going on? Why not? I done met your family already. I met all your friends, and you don't want to go public. That raises the question, what are you doing behind my back? I'm not saying that you are, but it's always in the back of your head.
Meeting family and friends, how that is public. Because now you know them. They know you.
Not necessarily, because you could go public with somebody and still do your shit on the side and nobody else know about it. Nowadays, Facebook is the grounds to be a hoe.
Why y'all look at me like that?
I didn't look at you like, no way, you were supposed to say something.
Oh, you
whatever.
Hoe.
No,
okay.
She's retired. Okay. Don't mind her.
We both retired. My hoe is back there hanging in the closet somewhere, honey. She ain't out here.
Mine's ain't in the closet. Mine's is
yours
tied
in the back
up in the box.
We know.
No, ma'am, not at all. I don't have those days no more. I'm content by myself.
Since when? Yesterday?
No, ma'am.
Anyway, to me, if you meet my friends, you meet my family, in my mind, that's going public. We just got to present it to everybody else. You made those steps, so why not present it to everybody else?
But that raises the question again, why do I have to?
You've met them.
And again, you're going back. Why do I have to present it to anybody else? The people that matter the most to me is my family and my friends. And technically, once I've been friends with somebody for so long, hell, they are an extension of my family. So at that point, let's say you introduce them to your family, and you introduce them to your friends. What if your friends and family don't like said person that you brought around? But
that's the motherfucking problem. Because if I love him, baby, y'all better motherfucking deal with him because he mine. Anytime I come around, he coming around, sis. If you don't want him around, you don't want me around. And that's how that goes.
But that's not always the case. Now, I get where you're coming from. I'm the same way. My thing is, if I'm with somebody, you don't like that person, that's fine. But respect our space. Because trust and believe, there's a couple of times I've seen people with some other people and I don't like them, but it ain't my business. That's y'all relationship. At the end of the day, I can say what I want to say. And I've always told you one thing. What is it? She don't remember. You cannot compete with pillow talk. So you can't sit around and, oh, well, I want my family and friends to like them, but they may not. And if they don't, like you said, so fucking be it. I ain't got to be around you. But some people may have a different take on that. Some people may want their family to like the person that they're with.
That's true. Some people, it's very big. They got to meet mom, dad, sister. Everybody has to approve of you. But in my family, well, you know what?
The truth is about to come out. I was waiting on it because I knew a couple stories, but you know, it ain't my tragic story to tell.
No. I've never had a problem with that. My last relationship was the longest one. Shit. That person still comes around my family, hangs out with my sisters, knows my mama. Like, that's cool. I'm okay with that.
Was that your last relationship?
Yes, the last serious one.
I don't know who she just shaded. I don't know who she just shaded, but that bitch, she burnt you real quick.
Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, I get that. I mean, I would want my family to want to be around the person I'm with. I mean, been in situations like that. I can say I've only introduced my mother to 2 people. My sister, they met one person, but I don't introduce people to my family really, really quickly. That there is a soft spot for me. I need to see what type of person you are.
Well, how long does it take you to introduce to your friends?
To my friends, it depends on the situation and how I feel. It may take a month. It may take 2 months. Who knows?
So it may take a month. It may take 2 months for y'all to go public.
Not necessarily. Not with my friends. Yeah, my friends are my friends. I know how my friends are. They're not going to go spreading my shit around. That's why I keep a select small group. I mean, No.
I ain't the only one throwing shade tonight.
What are you talking about?
So, okay. All right. So then, let's say that they do. They agree. Both y'all on the same terms. Everything goes public. What happens when an outsider comes in and say, oh, well, I heard woo about your person. They did this. They hung out with my ex-girlfriend or my friend and blah, 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 blah.
At that point, I would think that me and my partner are at a place to where we've already talked about all our dirt. My thing is, I think it's good to talk and get all that out in that first 2 or 3 weeks.
That's true. But some things, some people just don't know how to talk about. But so some things don't get addressed.
And that is where you have an issue because they don't want to address it. They're scared to say something about it. Oh, that person gonna judge me. But if you truly feel somebody, you let them know who you truly are. You don't hide anything. Once you hide something, at that point, guess what? They have the opportunity to hide something. And you know what that does? That creates doubt in your mind. Well, shit, if I'm hiding this, what are they hiding? Have you done that before?
Yeah. There's always a little doubt in my mind about everything. I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm going to trust and go, I trust you. But there's always, honey, it's my woman's intuition. There's always a woman's intuition, honey.
When did she come about?
There's always a woman's intuition, honey.
My bad.
You have that little small voice. It's always back there. You can't stop it. It's just going to happen. Do you listen to it or not is the question. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. Because sometimes she's right. Now, other times, that bitch could just be talking and could be stirring up some shit. But that's probably if I've been drinking or something.
But I don't think that's just women's intuition, though. Because as a man, I have that same thought. Like, it comes and you hear somebody. No, not at all. you thought it couldn't go though. Not at all, sis. No. So, like I was saying, no. No. everybody has that little voice in their head to where it's like, well, they're a good person. I'm going to give this my all.
Baby, angel and demon.
And then you got that other angel. I ain't got no demon on my shoulder, baby. I got an angel that just fell a little bit out of grace. No, ma'am. I got an angel that fell a little bit out of grace. Not all the way out of grace. It's just halfway there. But that angel is very logical. Thinks very, very logical because guess what? They've been on this side and this side of anything. So I'm sitting back like, okay, cool. I'm listening to this one because this is what I want. This is what I crave. This is the angel that just giving me everything I want. This one over here is giving me what I need.
Your angel been on this side, and this side?
No, this is one angel, and then the second angel has been on this side and this side. So that angel looks at things a lot differently.
So you and your angels get around, huh?
They might. I don't know. I don't.
Continue your story.
Now, at that point, you have to think, like, you have your wants. I want this. I want this. But then you have this one over here telling you, yeah, I want this too. But what do you need? Are you truly getting what you need out of that situation? Is that person being 100% honest with you? And that goes back to the question that I asked you. If that person says no, does that create any type of doubt in your mind? Like, okay, if you don't want to go public, why? If they tell you a BS answer, I'm pretty sure that woman's intuition, that angel is telling you, well, something's wrong. That devil is saying, that nigga lying. And at that point, it's going to cause friction. There's no way it can't cause friction.
I mean, it doesn't cause friction, but you better believe we're going to revisit this conversation in the near future. It ain't just done.
And that there, people, that tone is friction.
It's not friction.
I'm not trying to change it back now. That is still friction. That's friction.
There's no friction. It's not friction. It's just, if something don't sit right with you, you got to come back and, I need some facts. So why? Is it really something like, what's the reason? Because you feel the way you feel for a reason. You ain't just saying no because, oh, I don't want to, or I don't feel comfortable. There's a reason you don't feel comfortable.
That is true. And at the end of the day, if someone says that they don't want to do it, and they tell me this is why they don't want to do it, because that's their feeling, I'll never try to take their feeling away from them. Now, I will explain to them why I would want to do it. I don't want to do it, but if I was that person that wanted to, I'll explain to them, you know what? I'm happy. I want to show everybody why I'm happy. Sometimes that may not work. That person may not want to broadcast that. You know, whether they be DL, discreet, as they call it. It just really depends.
Why they gotta be all that?
Why couldn't they be that?
Oh, okay. Petty tonight, honey.
That's the thing. Welcome to the petty corner. No, but still, it's true. Like, it's a hard conversation to have. At the end of the day, it's not something that's easy, especially when you care about that person.
This is true.
It makes it very hard to have a conversation like, what do I do? Like, I want to do this. I don't want to do this. That's when the angels are always there. Well, your angel and your demon. My angels are always there. the one that's going to give me, reason like, hey, this could really work out. Be very positive about it. Then the other one's like, it could work out, but what if this happened? Wait, that's the doubt.
And but still, even if they said no, I'm not going to make them feel uncomfortable in that situation. Not that type of person. I'm going to accept it, okay? I'm going to drop it. But again, we're going to have to revisit that. Because it's not fair, for one.
And it's not fair.
I'm devoted to our relationship,
and it's not fair for you to say that they have to put it out because you want to.
It's not saying they have to.
But that's not fair to say
but
that
you're not
since I want
considering
to.
it. So I feel like now you're not considering my feelings. You're not considering
and see,
what
that
I want.
Statement right there,
that
statement right there is not fair whatsoever. At that point, you've made
so
that
I'm supposed to be
situation
unfair to myself and just let it go because they say no.
Because that shouldn't be important to you. That should not make or break your relationship. At the end of the day, whether that person wants to post y'all on social media,
it's not making or breaking it.
You're making it that. It shouldn't be that, but you're making it that. You're saying that. Well, why you don't want to? Well, if you don't want to, we're gonna discuss this later. because you're
You're
making
not
me
saying
change.
that. You're
But
saying,
you
okay,
are.
babe, that's cool. You move on. Later on down the road,
Hell
you present it again.
No,
Hey,
no,
are you in a
no,
comfortable position?
no.
And if you get the same answer,
When have-
now it's a problem.
When
because
have
if
you
weren't
seen
comfortable
that?
then-
When have you seen that ever work? If you got a problem with somebody, address it right then and there. If you bring it up right then and there, and y'all are at a place where y'all can have a conversation, do that. Don't fester on it, because at that point, when you asked it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it's a month down the line. That whole month, you've been thinking, right? So at that point, when you ask again, that person say no, it's confrontation. You don't want it
And
to
it's
be now.
supposed to be.
And that's the problem. Why are you creating confrontation where it shouldn't be? If that person's not comfortable with it, that's fine.
But they
if you
created
know
it
that
from
person,
the jump. Because
they
if I
did
had shoot
not.
the first time,
You
said
created
no.
it. You created it. They didn't.
No,
They
I
spoke
did
their
not.
truth. They spoke their truth, and you
It
didn't like
wasn't
it.
justified.
To you,
I need
Hold on,
to
hold
know
on.
why. Justify this.
Why do you need to know?
Make this make sense,
Wait.
because I'm trying to understand you. You say no, you're not comfortable with it. Okay, well, make me understand why you're not comfortable.
I shouldn't
with it.
have
And
to.
if you just say no, move on.
No,
Okay,
I shouldn't
cool.
have to.
So that's when it's like, okay, well, shit. If they don't want to tell me what's going on, some shit is wrong. But we're
Not
gonna move
necessarily.
on. We ain't gonna cause no argument.
It's
now.
not- that's
But
not
I'm
even
gonna
true.
revisit that shit later down the road. And
That's
then if I
not
get that
true.
same answer, now that bitch coming out. So I let you slide with that shit before, but you're not gonna slide with it now. So
But that's
explain.
not true. That's not true whatsoever. And that is simple-minded for you to think that way.
Baby, call it what you want, honey.
I'm calling it what it
The
is.
thing is a thing sometimes, baby. Y'all can't just let stuff slide.
That is true, but at the same time, if you took the time to actually get to know that person, and you know that person,
That's what
it's-
makes
wait,
it so
wait,
bad,
no,
because
not
I
always.
know this
Not
person.
always. How do you know that person, sis? Because you're single.
If we have been together, I'm talking about what if, child. Ain't nobody.
But that's the
no,
thing.
I'm saying,
But that's it. You
know.
don't know if you know that person like that. Someone can open up to you, and you think you know that person.
And it's
Until-
wrong. Because if I think I know you, then, and I don't really
Okay,
know you,
okay.
it's a problem.
Okay, let's change it. Let's say they say yes. Let's go forward. Let's say something you didn't know was a skeleton in your closet. You didn't know it was a skeleton in your closet until it popped back up. Now, you weren't able to have this conversation with your partner because you didn't think it was a skeleton. What do you do?
Yeah, but the shit is out, baby. It is what it is. I didn't know the shit was a big deal.
Right. So at that
Hell,
point,
some shit I forgot about. You can't fault me for some shit I forgot about.
not to say that that person is going to fault you, but at the end of the day, that puts a little doubt in the back of their mind. And at the end of the day, that's all we need. Just an incident tiny bit doubt. That's all you need. Am I right or am I wrong? It's that look. It no matter what, you can love somebody, but if you hear something from somebody else, if you haven't heard it from your partner, it creates a little doubt. Like, damn, how they didn't tell me that? And then you come around and say, I don't remember that happened, and then say, well, I didn't think it was a problem. Oh shit, you motherfucker lying to me. Even if you're not, that's my thought process. Why you just didn't tell
Well,
me?
you don't say that like that, because then it makes it sound like you lying.
But that's what you
well,
just
I
said.
didn't remember, but I didn't think it like that. No.
You just said, well, I didn't know it was a problem.
I didn't think it would be a problem.
But the thing is, if
Once
you
it
don't
comes up, it's like, why are we arguing about this? This is dumb shit. Move on.
know- it's still true.
Because
Either
if
way
it was
goes.
something important, you would have already known it. And by that time, we should be at a place in our relationship where we know each other. You know your mate. So if I tell you, well, babe, look, I didn't think it was a problem. Yes, it did happen. If I'm admitting to the shit, why is it a problem?
But I don't think the wording of that would make it a problem for me if I was in that. I didn't think it was. You didn't think. You didn't think. At that
Now
point,
you want to patronize the other person.
I'm not at all. I'm having a conversation with you to help you understand where I'm coming from. I understand where you're coming from. All right. She trying to be cute. She aight. But if you tell me that you didn't think, I'm like, well, hey, I thought about everything that could possibly come up that could possibly hurt you. Any and everything. And put it out all on the table. It's just spread everywhere. And you accepted me for that. You so-called release everything on your skeletons.
Why I gotta be so called? See, that's the
Because
problem.
because
It's not
again,
so
there's
called.
always
It's
going to
just
be
a dig.
there's always going to be that possible skeleton that you didn't think was a skeleton. There's no way anybody can get around that.
So
And I
bottom
get
line
it.
is-
No, I get it because there are certain things I'm like, well, hell, I didn't think that was pertinent information to be given out because I didn't think it was a problem. Trust me, I get it. I understand it. But you have to be mindful and think about both sides. You may think this way, but that other person may not think the same way. And then at that point, your reaction then caused a ripple in a relationship that you thought was really good, but then come to find out, well, shit, you caused a problem because of your reaction.
So at the end of the fucking day, you just date in silence. Is that what you're saying?
Not always. It just depends on the person. If you truly know who you're talking to and you laid everything out and y'all have this conversation like, you know what? These are the skeletons I believe you need to know about. Now, some other skeletons come up. I want you to address it with me. Have a conversation with me. Don't yell at me. Don't text me. Talking about BS after that. Talk to me.
Why I can't text it?
I said text BS. Tell me you ain't hearing that. No. Talk to a person in person. Because a text can be misconstrued to anything of how I feel that day. If I'm at work and I'm pissed off and I done read that text message and I'm pissed, I read that all wrong. So you have to talk to people in person.
Okay, so what do you do in the case you don't put it on social media? We ain't even gonna go to social media right
Okay.
now. Let's keep it with family and friends. You introduce them to your friends. Everybody says hi, hey, blah, blah, blah. There's one friend that person probably done messed with. He didn't tell you that, but then your friend comes and tells you that. What happens then? Does that interrupt your relationship? Do you look at them different?
No.
If they just didn't remember messing with your friend?
Not necessarily. At that point, you was a hoe. And I'm not judging you for your past.
Why do they have to be a hoe? They could have just, it's just
I mean, I remember everybody I messed with. Do you remember everybody you messed with?
I do.
Oh, do you? Oh, she was a girl.
It's been 0 since 2020. You ain't got to think about that because it has.
Let's go back to 2019.
Ah.
Anyways, so I mean, it's a great question to ask everybody. So at this point, I would like to turn it to the viewers.
Well,
So we went over a couple of different things. So when do you think it's a good time to open your relationship to social media? I mean, I want to know what everybody else thinks. I mean, we gave our opinions. So
my opinion was laid out there, honey. And if they say they're not ready, are you going to feel something's wrong? Or you just going to move on and be like, okay, you're going to swallow it. What are y'all thoughts on that? Because y'all see how we feel. I want to know.
right. And on that note, since she's swallowing stuff, this is Mr. J Dubs, and y'all have a great rest of your day.